So you have a friend or a loved one who's struggling mentally. So here's how to help them properly. Based on my own experience and in psychology in humanistic way. The first is give them a homey experience or a welcoming environment. It could be either a pleasant room with an adequate privacy so no one else can hear because a person in need is sensitive, and they care about privacy so much they don't want to share their problems to other people. They're afraid that they might judge, or in general they don't want other noise. A struggling friend or a family or a loved one has chosen you because they trust you, they know you, they know that you can help, and it's a great privilege, it's a great opportunity, so give them a welcoming environment. The second, the second is listen and observe more. Don't react too much. So in fact, there's nothing bad in reacting to their stories, but it's prone to judging and reflecting their stories. So for example, your friend tells you that, I think I'm feeling depressed today, my friend. And when you reacted to that story without thinking, you can reflect and you might reflect that story back to your friend. And you might say, oh, I was in that stage too, 2 years ago, which is not an ideal conversation. So reacting to the stories is not only prone to judging and reflecting, but it's also prone to underestimating their current situation. One of the worst thing you can do, even though myself I'm a Catholic Christian, is to project their struggles to their faith. So from my understanding in projection, so projection is a defense mechanism developed by Freud and other psychodynamic theorists. They transfer their unwanted feelings to other situations or other people and blame them. And not just to blame them, but to feel better. The third is verbal cues and non-verbal cues. Observe how your friend talks, how your friend reacts, how your friend changes his tone or accent or annotations to every word he says. In terms of non-verbal, you can observe his face, or not just the face, but the overall physical appearance. So let's go back to the friend example that he said earlier that he's feeling depressed. You're not a qualified practitioner to diagnose your friend, but you can take a look at different cues or different clues that you can infer from your friend. For example, maybe he's feeling down that he can't take care of his hygiene anymore, or he can't eat properly anymore. That's why his hair looks shaggy or his breath smells like that. So the fourth thing is to avoid close-ended questions and, in short, avoid too much straight to the point statements or questions. So let's go back to the friend example. You notice that he smells bad. So instead of saying, why do you smell like that, or why do you smell like dog shit, what you wanna say instead is, how are you feeling lately, or you seems a bit odd or off today. So how are you doing? I know that most of the time that truth hurts. I know that probably he is aware that something is bad with him. He knows. He knows the truth. He knows the fact. He knows the problem that he's having right now. But what he wants from you is not the facts, but to relate with him or to carry the burden with him by relating with him or by giving your friend love or comfort, compassion, instead of giving him a straight facts, but because he know the fact already. So let's say that your friend is feeling well already after you help him. So the next thing to do The fifth thing to do is what we call behavioral activation, as far as I remember. Encourage to lift the mood of your friend by doing small actions. Like, you can tell your friend, we've been sitting here for 2 hours. Just like Sigmund Freud's therapy. Why not? Let's do a short walk. Or why not? Let's go to a computer shop or a cafe. Let's play something. But if both of you are women, you can go to why not let's go to the cafe or to Starbucks. Let's drink matcha or something coffee. It will not just lift the mood of your friend, but also will give your friend an assurance that you care for your friend, that you love your friend. So the social connection or the bond with your friend will improve more. So I think the last or the sixth tip is to know your limitations. For example, me, I'm just a third year psychology student. So I don't know. I don't know my I don't know what I'm gonna do if things went bad. Always consider your limitation. So if you see the red flags already, like suicidal thoughts or suicidal attempts, like self-harm, inability to properly function for days, just like in our example, he hasn't taken care of his hygiene and food intake for days, hallucinations, paranoia, ask for immediate support already. Call 911 or call your local mental health crisis hotline if your region or country have that. So what if your friend resists to other people's help? I don't have a proper research about that yet, so that would be on another video. But if you found this video helpful, then considering what you call it, subscribe, yes. And since this is science, you can always react negative or have a constructive criticism on the comments below. I accept criticism because psychology is a science after all. Well, that's all, people. Have a good day.